young?
I guess.
Kind of young?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were
Kind of
millennials.
the green-haired freak.
I didn't see the
Yeah.
Oh, you got it on tape.
I didn't. No.
Yeah?
No.
Good.
Didn't get it on tape. But it's nothing new, you know. I mean,
No, I want to see that. If there's risk, it shouldn't be mandated, right? That's another.
right. That's the idea.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, they showed Shakopee on local news. Healthcare workers protesting the vaccine mandate. That was good. And they let them speak. So that was good.
They didn't cut them off?
No, they didn't. There was
Or take
a
little
blonde
pieces?
girl that was just.
Nice.
Let's see. Yeah. National news. Hurricane, Afghan, and booster.
They talk about Afghanistan and Biden
Afghanistan.
and Obama.
Possible attacks coming up in a couple straits. Hurricane.
Yeah, the hurricane's coming through, huh? They say that it's going to be more powerful than Katrina.
But they're more equipped.
Believe
right?
that?
Or things are set up.
They made it stronger than Katrina. Who would have known?
Good for them. You know, they're really excelling.
Yeah.
They're really doing it better. Too bad they can't land on the moon, though, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
And do all these really cool things, but we just can't seem to land on the moon again. Here we go. Let's play this.
COVID cases there. Booster.
The branding of cattle is a tradition in the American West, but its roots might just surprise you. Branding is the practice of marking cattle. In fact, most livestock is marked in some way or another, and even those that raise horses use brands to identify their horses and their bloodline. Livestock branding has been practiced for thousands of years. In fact, according to the Smithsonian, an ancient Egyptian tomb has paintings depicting a cattle roundup and branding from 2700 BC. Just like what was done almost 4,700 years ago, our branding starts by bringing in the cows. The moms then receive their own dose of medicine. They'll also receive shots to boost their immune systems against disease.
And we can't let our guard down, and we have to continue to dedicate ourselves to vaccinating hard-to-reach people.
Dr. Levine, you have supported both allowing minors to be given hormone blockers to prevent them from going through puberty, as well as surgical destruction of a minor's genitalia.
But the primary reason to castrate bull calves is to calm their tempers and their attitudes. Bulls will fight, bulls will get hurt, and once they're castrated, well, we call them steers, and they're less likely to hurt each other. By removing the testicles, the hormone profile is actually changed, and this changes the flavor.
The first portion of the study will include kids ages 5 to 11, and in the coming weeks, it'll be open to those as young as age 2 and to 6 months.
There is research being done to produce a sterilization shot, although nobody is in production yet on it, and a vaccine that you definitely don't want to accidentally inject into your finger.
And that's why Gavi was created. Gavi came up with the money and a plan to get vaccines out to all the kids in the world.
If the final vaccine trials go
Thanks,
well,
Dad.
it won't be long before every American, even the smallest among us, will be eligible for the shot.
So what happens if we can't get to that level, if we can't get to that herd immunity level?
Well, we're going to then double and re-triple our efforts.
Trial participants will get 2 shots, same as grown-ups.
After all their shots, the ear tags, and even after castration, then it's time to brand the calf.
Well, we don't...
Stop right there.
Osterholm was on, and he said he thinks all the kids should wear masks. He was on just now again. But wear the proper mask, an N95. And have air filtration. Well, air filtration's good, you know. Keep it good.
Yeah, why can't we just have air filtration? I don't need to put anything on.
They should have had that years ago.
I know, right?
You know? But yeah.
All right, what's going on? D-Live.
So he's like
Twitch.
1 for Minnesota.
Sunday, August 29th. This one's amazing. This is from 9 News. They're offering more freedoms for the fully vaccinated in NSW. New South Wales.
Oh, yeah.
They can look forward to a slight relaxation of lockdown rules next month, but it's a two-edged sword for the region. Premier said that vaccination milestone of 6 million reached this week would allow for a small renewal in freedoms for residents with the jab. Here's what you need to know. What's changing is on September 13th, households living in, of course, here's an ad. Amazing. Yeah, okay. From September 13 and on, households living in the New South Wales government LGAs of concern will be allowed to spend an additional hour of recreation outdoors as long as the adults in the household are fully vaccinated. So you get to spend an extra hour outdoors. This is on top of an already permitted hour of exercise, meaning households will be able to visit a park. You can visit a park if you're fully vaccinated.
I would do it.
Good for you. However, people must take this hour with the current and ongoing curfew hours, of which will continue. Outside the LGA of concern, through the rest of the Greater Sydney and regional New South Wales area, 5 people will be allowed to gather outdoors. 5 people.
Five people?
As long as they're all fully vaccinated, of course.
Uh-huh.
So.
But are they're going to walk around and test people? Ask.
They literally might.
Show the papers.
They literally might. So good for everybody in New South Wales. Getting those new. Well, they can't because they don't have guns. So.
We have your weapons.
We have your weapons and we plan on using them against you in the count of 10.
Come out with your hands up now.
You could just come out with masks on and your papers ready to be deployed. This is from August 23. Eventually it'll load. It's pretty fabulous out.
I know.
Nice blue sky after the rain yesterday.
And there's wind, so there's not many bugs.
These new rules kicked in on Monday, last Monday, here in Greater Sydney. Alright, well, never mind. Let's just say if you're living in Australia right now, it sucks to be you. No offense, but you know what? These news organization websites are just unbelievable. Can't even load them. Oh, would you like another ad? Thank you, sir. Can I have another?
There's the life.
Right. No pandemic going on there.
Bizarre. He's sitting in a chair that's got wheels on it.
Oh yeah, I wanted to play this.
Hey, what's up? I'm Tony Hawk, and I recently became an ambassador for Liquid Death Mountain Water. Apparently, I didn't read the fine print, and now Liquid Death officially owns my soul. And my blood, too? I don't know, it's very confusing. They're taking my blood, and we're going to use it for skateboard graphics. So they're going to mix my blood into the paint and do a limited run of skateboards using my real blood in the graphics. But some of the profits will go towards killing plastic pollution and to building skate parks in underserved communities. Yeah, so I guess go to liquiddeath.com to get skateboards with my blood in it.
Right.
Kamala.
Sweet, if you have my blood, that means you have my DNA.
Get a Liquid Death skateboard infused with 100% real Tony Hawk.
Remember to breathe. Remember to breathe freely, guys. Oxygen's good for you.
Supplies are extremely limited, so visit liquiddeath.com/hawkblood right now.
Here we go, another blood ritual, guys. On my boy See Through the Scripts page. So from Little Nas X release of the 666 pairs of shoes with 1 drop of blood in them to Tony Hawk's skateboard is 149 days.
As he's got
149 is the
McDonald's
35th
bag
time.
full of
Matching
Big
Baphomet
Macs.
and Saint Tim. This is witchcraft. They are binding energy to the shoes and to the skateboards. Blood is 48, 21 and 24 matching evil and Jesuit. You got 24, 21, and what is the mirror of 24? It's 42, which is one of their biggest ritualistic sacrifice numbers. And next year will be the 42nd anniversary since the Georgia Guidestones was erected on 3/2/2.
And no to the vaccine. You know what the vaccine?
Were you COVID-19 tested?
Against it. No.
Against it?
No.
So how it's against it?
The creator of the test said it shouldn't be used for the sort of testing it's been used for.
PCR.
So all of the tests that everyone was worried about, they're not even designed to do that. They're not accurate enough to get results.
Okay, maybe how I understand.
There you go, he's laughing. I see you laughing and having a good time out here.
Vaccine, yeah.
Smiling.
Corona vaccine.
Right.
So, all vaccine.
Yes. Especially this vaccine.
Okay, protecting for, using for.
It's used, the current one is used for so-called COVID. Yeah. Have you gotten yours?
No.
You shouldn't get it. Yeah, you don't get it. There's no need. No need for the vaccine.
No,
are you a nurse?
I never got vaccine. I got just 3 times with negative. But
Yeah.
I believe that I will.
No, you'll be fine.
Are you a nurse?
You are
I am a healer.
Okay.
A healer?
Would Muhammad get the vaccine or wear a mask?
No, that is. I'm talking about.
You don't.
Creation, God, how the people, or whatever you see, like some disease, something like disaster, something like.
Can Allah come to the earth and walk around like us?
Allah and God are same.
Yeah, could they come here as a man though?
No.
No, why not? Why couldn't they be a man?
A man?
Yeah. Why couldn't they be born of a woman and be a man? Can't God do that? He can do anything he wants.
Yes, he can do it. He creates everything for the world, mountains, earth.
So is it possible for God to come as a man?
No, not possible.
So he can do anything he wants, but he won't do that.
But you feel and inside, you want to see me, you have to see what I create.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you can see the God.
You can't see God.
You want to see me, see what I create.
So you couldn't, well, yeah, I mean, I see human beings.
Yeah.
But God couldn't
all
come.
we are all one God.
Oh, you think we're all one God?
Or if you call Allah or if you call another word, we are only one.
Mm-hmm.
You have to believe that.
Who's we?
You can use for other ways.
Who's we?
We are human.
Well, we are human, but wouldn't it be safe to say that I believe in a different God than you do? Isn't that fair enough?
What?
Isn't it fair enough to say that I believe and trust in a different God than you?
No, I'm not. I'm just a believe God.
Oh. Well, I believe that God would manifest himself out as a man.
No.
Yeah. Why not? You don't think he would want to come down and be with his people and live with them? And
is that you talking about Jesus?
Could be.
Yeah. Jesus is the human, yes. But the human, he's not the same for us.
Right.
The human like a messenger, like a prophet.
Right.
You know? So that's why we are here Islam. That we believe that Jesus is human, but the messenger from God.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because of who created Isa? That's the question.
Who created?
Isa, yeah. God.
Well, but that doesn't mean that he can't manifest himself as a man and walk with his people, though.
Anyway, all we are having a one God.
Well, maybe, in a sense, we do.
Yeah.
But that God has to manifest himself out so we know. When I see people wear a mask and get vaccinated, then I know that they're part of a religion for government.
What?
When people wear a mask or get the vaccine, that's government religion.
Oh, yes.
You know? So you have to see an expression of what's inside, whether it's be a creator or your own personal beliefs, right? You have to express those. So you do things to show who your allegiance is to. Right? So I don't need to wear anything for anybody to identify me as a certain belief system or idealism. Because I'm content and I can go with what I do. Because Jesus wouldn't want to have attire or anything that would differentiate himself from other people. Because he wants to be with his own people. He doesn't want to be, hey, look at me, I got this better shawl, or I got this pretty glitter mask, and it changes colors under the sun, and it's neon under UV light. That's not what Jesus would do. So he just wears regular clothes, in my opinion.
That's
You know?
your opinion.
So very humble, I think our Creator is.
What?
I think our Creator is very humble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, even for Islam, the people of Islam, they are very different.
Well, I mean, there's a lot that people can take from Islam,
And
though.
whatever you do, and whatever your soul is, how it's sweet, peace, good, whatever, you are a human being. The one I believe that you are means that you are close to the God.
Okay.
And you not see the diseases or problems or the people, you know there's a lot of people who got tested for the people, in the world, tested for whatever disease, poor, and somehow. But if I am a good, peaceful person, and now what is the reason God created you? You are close to God, and you're not the people. You are not the same the people, and because of the people, almost evil people is there is ministry. There is a lot of doing bad things. I believe that you are not sane, and I not see the problem like COVID, like what the people is scared to. And sorry, I don't know. My speaking English is not perfect.
No, you're fine.
But I try.
You speak.
Where are you from?
I'm from East Africa, which is Somalia.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm Islam. I'm Somalia. I'm Islam.
What type of healing?
Yeah.
What type of healing? You said you do.
No, healing means I'm not someone who's like I just give the people or spread good peace. Just peace and love. If you do peace and love, you never see something problem or if you are Christian or if you are whatever. I just believe that God created us to stay peace. And not do everything.
There they are. How was the bike ride?
Fantastic, thank you.
Excellent.
What's your name?
My name?
Yeah, she.
Yes.
Are you?
Miles?
You believe Christian?
Huh?
Are you Christian?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm not Islamic.
I have a lot of friends Christian because religion is just what you believe.
Yeah.
But we have to have one found like humanity.
You have to have a foundation, right? Foundation.
Whatever religion.
Yeah.
I love.
Well, what do you think about the new religion with the mask wearing and getting the jab? I mean, Muslims and Christians and all sorts of people are all wearing masks. Doesn't matter what religion you are.
No.
Right? So what do you think about that?
Mask?
Yeah, the mask. Like Muslims, Christians, Jew, blacks, homosexual. Everybody wears a mask. Doesn't matter who you are.
Oh,
right?
I'm not. I mean, yeah.
Do you see a lot of Muslim people, your friends, like
Yeah,
getting
they
the
wear a
vaccine
mask,
and wear a
yeah.
mask?
Yeah, I see because of they
What do you
don't
think
have
about their faith?
faith.
Yeah, what do you think? They don't have trust in Allah or something? Like, why you wear the
their
mask?
faith is so weak.
Yeah.
I think, it's so weak. You have to trust it and faith because of this, disease.
Mm-hmm.
Just to test it. Or punishment or what
To
testing it,
testing or punishment?
So, you have to believe your God.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost I'm not with, but sometimes some places like hospital you go and they protect your safety.
Sure.
But I see some people who are safe and get their COVID, and the people never will are still safe.
Yeah, right. Mm. Yeah.
Okay, guys.
All right. Well, thanks for chatting.
Remember, Earth is flat.
Peace
All right.
and love,
Yeah.
always.
Do you like Minneapolis?
I like Minneapolis.
Okay.
I'm white. I like so just
Do you
like this place.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Almost I look or I come water, red. Because of it is there. What does God? This for His will. So always when you come this around, you are human being, superhuman being, looking for peace and love. Isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Have you been to any other states? Where else have you traveled?
No, because I'm new to the even state.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I need to take my.
Yeah, go on a road trip sometime.
Because
Or...
I don't have qualifications. That I say I'm just a university. But
you go to
for
the
my
university?
No. No. But
Yeah, don't go to a university. That's not a good idea.
Yeah.
Right? Then you become just a brick in the wall.
Eh?
Then you just become another brick in the wall when you go to universities.
Yeah.
It's just, you just become like everyone else. It's no fun. Not fun. You need to be yourself, you know?
Yeah, always.
Some people go to school, maybe it's not for you, but doesn't mean everyone has to go to school to find themselves.
Yes. And this world, you meet or you see someone who never go a university or college and very high educated mind. How they behave, how they treat the people, how they are. And that's what I believe that people.
Yeah, for sure. Have good moral compass, manners. Good to have manners. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Have a good walk. Bye.
I didn't catch her name. Catch her name? No.
You didn't ask. She asked
No. Didn't catch her name.
No.
Basically, we have.
Can't get them all.
Well, and she was talking about goodness.
Yeah. It's just peace and love. Whatever floats the boat, it gets downstream.
Yeah, I mean, you know, everything is relative, right? I'm not having bombs being dropped on me.
Whatever makes sure my body doesn't get blown apart to pieces.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Good.
Just looking at your sign.
Oh,
Yeah, man, what's good?
It says what Jesus did.
Yeah, what do you think?
Booster shot.
What do you think about that?
What do you mean like that? Vaccine?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Well, why would he do that?
I know.
All he has to do is just ask God and then all this is gone.
Yeah.
That's it.
What about wearing a mask? What do you think? Muhammad would wear a mask?
Look, the difference between humans and prophets of God, all they have to do is just ask. If there was a prophet that lived in this earth, all this sickness will go away quickly because all they have to do is just ask, and then God will accept their prayer quickly. But like for me and you, we're kind of different, you know, in terms of how God will answer, you know, the prayer of that person. So you have to be very close to God in order for this to go away.
Do you think that there is a difference between prayer and then doing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you can pray all day, right?
Earth is flat.
But until you actually do,
Yeah, I saw that. That's interesting.
until
Yeah.
you do something.
What's at the tip?
You know, the thing is,
what's
right?
Is it a hollow Earth? What are we talking here?
I think
Are we talking
when you-
dome?
Yeah, we're talking
Have you
firmament.
ever heard like
Firmament.
Biblical.
people that talk in
What's true.
YouTube and say, hey,
The
all I have
Bible's
to do
the
is
Bible's
pray.
true.
And then
Look
I got
into
cured.
all of it.
So this thing sometimes
What?
in my mind, I'm actually thinking
You don't want to
maybe
wear a
this,
mask.
sickness
You don't want
that actually was.
It doesn't say
No
that.
one-
People think
it
out
doesn't
of
say
It doesn't
that.
say that. It
Maybe
doesn't
I'm
say
a-
that.
You know,
Try to-
but they're saying it's a
Doesn't say
man-made,
that, dude.
Sickness, right? Because
Where did he pull that
I don't
from?
know how where this sickness came
How are
from.
you doing?
Yeah. Yeah. But I believe in God,
Probably.
right? So all I have to do is just ask Him for protection, and I'll be okay. Mask cannot help you anyway. How many people I know that they were doing all like wearing the mask, wearing everything, but they still got sick. Yeah.
Even people who are fully vaccinated are getting sick.
Yeah.
Like football players, they're fully vaccinated. They're missing opportunities to be with their team right now. It's becoming very ridiculous.
Most of these people aren't ready to
right
understand.
Oh, now they want everybody
truth.
to be vaccinated.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen.
I heard some people when they got that vaccine, it's basically they're just gonna give you coronavirus anyways.
Basically, and cancer
yeah,
causing.
So what it does
There's
is
no
basically,
protection.
yeah. So what it does, they want your body to be immune to the sickness. You know,
That's what
like
they
the
say.
flu. You know.
Well, it's like people just want a quick fix. They don't actually want to work for anything.
Yeah.
They think that they could just get a quick, fix and then not have to work on their diet or their health or how they treat other people and how they treat themselves when they look in the mirror. Very much people, reflect how reality is going to treat them. So if you treat other people like S, of course things are gonna things are gonna happen to you.
Yeah. I mean, a long time ago, maybe I would say, like 7 months ago, I got the coronavirus. I got sick by it, But all I was doing, the doctor told me, "Oh, you're healthy, you'll be okay," but there's no cure. So the first thing I did, I was praying every time.
Yeah.
The time I was stuck in my house, I was just praying to God, and I said, "God, you're the only one, who can give cure." So I was asking day and night. I would even wake up early. Like during the night, and I would keep on worshiping God, keep on asking Him for assistance. So I got cured 1 week. But my friends, it took them like 30 days. I got cured 1 week, but I still stayed till my 14 days, right? But I didn't felt like I did felt the pain in the chest, but it went away.
Did you have
after.
it mildly? Mild?
Yeah, it didn't really hurt.
Yeah.
I think it's because,
Like the flu?
no, it's worse than, this is the worst thing I ever seen in my life, But what helped me out during that time, it was God. God was assisting, because you see, this is what God says. When mankind, they ask for my assistance, I help them out to test them, So some of them, after they received the help, right? He says most of them, they turn their back after that. Like God says, because they act like they never called upon. And then God says, "Son of Adam, life is too short. You'll die one day. And when you come back to me, I will punish you and I'll put you in hellfire for ignoring." The thing is about God, right? He's merciful.
Yeah.
And at the same time, He's severe in punishment. He's
So,
just. Yeah.
What religion or what?
My religion is Islam, But people are so confused by it, because Islam is the last religion. You have to believe in Jesus, Moses, Noah, but you have to believe, Islam teaches that you only direct your worship to God. You have to have relationship between God and you. But God doesn't like, He says, "I do not like when humans, associate partners by, saying, I'm going to take this idol and this idol will talk in my behalf because I'm a sinful person." So God says, people think they're so sinful, they can't go directly to God. So they have to have intermediary between them and God. So for example, Jesus here, he is a prophet of God, but he was miraculously born without a father. So God is saying, well, I gave Adam life, but he had no parents. no father, no mother. But Jesus had a mother, so he came from a womb of a woman. So God says the likeness of Jesus is no difference than the likeness of Adam. Adam had no father and a mother. Jesus had a mother. So it shows the superior one will be Adam because they have no parents at all. But Adam was created by the hands of God, you know. So God, on the day of judgment, he says what's going to happen, he would actually question Jesus on the day of judgment to show the justice of God, you know. So he will say to him, oh, Jesus, the son of Mary, did you command the people to worship you and your mother as two gods beside you? Jesus will reply by saying, glory be to you, I have no right. But when I used to live among them, I only command them what you have commanded me, that they worship you alone and that they follow me as the messenger of God. But when you took me up to the heavens, my Lord, you will watch over them. So if you forgive them, they are forgiven, most merciful. But if you punish them, you know that they belong to you. So then God replies by saying, this day, the day of judgment, only the truthful, they will win. Because for them will be gardens which river flows underneath. Then God says, God, the Almighty, whatever is in the earth and whatever is in the universe, it belongs to God. So God Almighty, even if you study the Bible, it says God is a jealous God. If you associate or make another thing as a God, then you will never enter the kingdom of heaven.
Absolutely, yeah.
Thanks for
Yeah.
sharing.
So Jesus, he doesn't need to get the booster shot. All he has to do, he just have to call upon God, and everything will be good.
It shall be done.
Yeah.
Say, how did you hear about Islam and stuff?
You know,
Were you born,
I
would
learned.
you say you're born
I learned,
into it? Or?
No, I mean, I born into it, but I didn't know anything about it. So I grew up here, you know. So I grew up without my parents. My parents didn't raise me, you know. So my uncles and all that, they were kind of evil, you know. So they left me alone. So I started to question. I said to myself, right? I said, maybe this.
It's okay to get a breath. You know, if you want to stop for a second and get a breath of fresh air.
Yeah. So I said to myself, right? If they are that evil, maybe their religion is evil. So the first thing I did, I picked up a Quran. I said, if this is from God, I would believe in it. But if it's from, but if this book is not from God, I would throw it in the trash can, because I'm not gonna worship anyone except God, you know. So I opened the book. Once I opened the book, I saw, like you would say when you read it, you're gonna say that's not a human being speaking. You would notice that God Himself talks. Like you will feel like God is talking to you directly, and He will show you direct relationship. You know.
The Bible.
Yeah, the Bible. In the Quran, God says the Bible is from God, right? Which is the book of Jesus. And then God says the Torah, is from God. So He gave it to Moses. So now this nation is the last nation, even though people don't like.
Stand.
Yeah, the end of the end, we are closer to the day of judgment.
Yeah.
Right? So Prophet Muhammad, he says, I am the first of the sign of the day of judgment. And then Jesus will be, right, when He comes back, Jesus will be the sign of the hour and the sign of the day of judgment. And so that means the time is so close that people will actually, this earth will be destroyed after that, So the thing is, what I know, God doesn't care about our feelings. He shows us the path. You take it, it's up to you. You could deny it, it's up to you. He gave us that free will, right? But at the day when we go back to Him, no more free will unless you're going to enter paradise. An example of paradise, right? The last man. I'm just giving you the last man who entered paradise, and then I'll be going, right? The last man who entered paradise, he was given 10 times the size of this earth, and then so 10 times the size of this earth, then times it by 100.
But Earth isn't a ball, though.
Yeah, it is round.
It's flat.
No,
it's flat.
No, it's not flat.
Yes,
but it will be flat on the day of judgment.
It's flat.
God will.
Earth is flat.
No,
outer space isn't
I'll give
real.
you a reason.
I know, but what else do you know?
That's all you need to know. Like once you start there, then you don't fall into any of the other lies that are coming out, like getting the jab or wearing a mask.
That's what?
Wild.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What do you think about mask wearing and
Is there,
such?
It
this
doesn't
is the more
bother me.
accurate model
You
than
wear a mask?
that one.
Yeah,
Why?
because men don't tell me I should smile because I'm prettier. Like, there's a lot less sexual harassment that happens for me. So I like to cover my face because then I just don't get bothered.
Just cut off the human aspect that makes you human.
Yeah.
Sounds like robotic.
It's robotic.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Oh.
Sounds like you're like consumed with.
Not for a long time.
Maybe is it like world vanity
Don't go
or something
looking
like
for
that?
music.
Like nothing
Well,
matters
right.
anymore?
I know a
Or?
lot of musicians.
I just like being able to go out and do my like grocery shopping and come home without like people talking to me.
Yeah.
Just like.
Oh.
All right, guys.
Hey man.
We'll talk to, next time I see you. We'll talk.
God bless. Thank you.
She's so excited for dinner.
Yeah. So vaccines. What about vaccines? You gonna get vaccine?
I
Because
haven't had one.
you don't.
I
Yeah.
don't really see the point.
There's a line drawn in the sand where it's like, oh, the mask, I'll compromise with that, but
Right.
then.
Yeah.
Well, no, to me it's pointless because like I was never afraid of like getting COVID, and like you can still, even if you're vaccinated, you can give it to somebody else.
Yep.
So like, why would I?
Doesn't make sense.
Why would I get vaccinated?
Yep.
That's right.
Fair enough.
So you're both on the same.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good.
Come here, dog. It's not your dinner.
But the mask is still kind of.
It's like
The
the
mask I can
crux of the argument, actually.
Like-
It's actually more important than the vaccine.
The mask?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
definitely.
It's an indoctrination tool. It's a talisman. It's to make other people feel secure in their own bad health and diet and way of thinking. And I don't just conform to that. I'm gonna walk around and not wear a mask.
It's definitely.
I'm not part of a religion.
The whole thing has just been a fear growing.
It's like a government garb. It said, show everybody that you're a government zealot. You trust government. I mean, choice, yeah, there's choice and everything, but an actual American knows that wearing a mask into a store is ridiculous. You know, it's actually really ridiculous.
I'll wear one because I don't want to fight the people on not wearing one. I just want to get my stuff.
Oh, you don't have to fight.
Yeah, you don't have to.
Just walk in.
Well, not anymore. They
Yeah,
did.
I know.
I didn't.
Now they're kind of
I didn't wear a
silly,
mask, and I just ignore people.
Yeah.
There you go.
And then
That's
if
what
more
I
people
want.
do that,
Or you just tell them that.
say, hey, this guy with he's not wearing a mask.
My YouTube channel on there is Authentic Intent, but it's deleted. But you can find me
Okay.
on Instagram too,
Cards
and
or anything?
Twitch.
I don't have my phone. You guys have cards or anything?
It's this, Mitchell.
Yeah, we just have the
I have
QR
all
codes.
of I have all of
You
them.
have it all?
Nathan
My
Thompson.
friend there, the Scan Me right there, he goes across the country and talks about flat Earth. and
Okay. Yeah.
Talks about it and
I
shit.
have the pages right here.
What's your two favorite proofs that Earth is a ball?
Proofs?
No,
Yeah, what's your
no,
proof?
he doesn't.
I can't really prove it. I don't think anybody can really prove it
Yeah.
necessarily.
No, you think it's flat.
Do I think it's,
Are you more flat than?
I'm unopinionated.
Okay.
So nobody can really prove it either way.
You can.
I mean, I don't think you can prove anything ever. Like you
Well-
can't even prove. No, you can't prove to me that we're sitting here and I'm not in a turtle's fucking dream.
Oh no.
You know?
That's kind of a ridiculous.
So you're anti-logic.
Adult way of thinking.
It's a what?
It's a really illogical adult way of thinking about life and just this nihilism.
Yeah, it's pretty bleak.
Yeah, because you can prove that the Earth is flat and not moving.
No, I'm saying like you can't like since you're not me, you can't.
Yeah, I mean
make
maybe you're
me
stubborn.
believe anything.
Are you a stubborn man?
I'm pretty stubborn.
Yeah, that could be the death of you. You know, you don't want to be so stubborn that you don't consider things.
No, I'll consider. I'm saying I'm open to anything.
Yeah.
I'll listen to everything you have to say.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, like,
You don't latch on.
can't change my mind.
So there's
Like,
nothing objective about reality?
It's pretty subjective. It's
I don't
all a
think
matter
so. I
of-
think it's I think there is a very objective part about life, and they try to hijack that through education and TV and movies, and tell us one thing when it's not really actually true. The celebrities aren't taking the vaccine. The celebrities don't think outer space is real. You know, the politicians that people vote for, they know the truth about this place, and it's not a ball in outer space. And that's important, because if you believe it's something that it's not, then you can be twisted by the wind and the waves, and then the worst part, in my opinion, no offense, is to be just kind of not have anything to stand on. If you have nothing to stand on and you're just subjective about everything, that's even more dangerous, because being lukewarm and not having a yes or no, I think women take advantage of that coming from a guy, personally, and then they just walk all over you.
Right.
All right.
So,
I mean, I'm pretty like firm in what I believe, like.
Which is nothing.
Which is what?
No offense, right? It's subjective.
You don't.
You
want
really
that.
don't actually
you don't
believe
want
anything.
Nihilism. You don't want that.
Okay.
It won't get you.
You know? To
Like-
not be stance on anything is actually worse than having the wrong stance or the right stance.
Okay, when it comes down to it, I do believe it's a globe.
Fair enough, right?
But
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, I'm open. Like,
Okay.
if somebody can present, physical evidence, but I'm saying, like, the point I was saying is, like, you can't actually prove it either way.
I could give you tangible, reasonable explanation of why outer space is scientifically impossible.
Okay, let's hear it.
So, right here we have a water bottle, and it's got a pressure in it that I can't press down because it's contained.
Okay.
Right? So water, when contained, lays level and flat. So I can know when this bottle exterior is flat because the water inside. Fair enough? Okay, so we're inside of this. We're floating along. And how do we get outside of the plastic without disrupting the inside of the air pressure? By opening it, right? Okay?
Yeah.
But if outer space is real and we're inside, how do we get up in through the plastic without disrupting the inside pressure? You can't. It's impossible.
Right.
So how is it negative 14 torr of outer space and our positive 14.6 psi can be next to each other without a solid barrier?
How does that prove anything?
Well, what they tell us in school is that there's a gradient in gravity.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden you go high enough and then you're floating like Sandra Bullock. And that's scientifically impossible. You can't have a gradient like that without a solid barrier. Like, you can get to a certain point where you can't breathe, I get that, and I'll agree. But then to say that you go higher, which we can't tangibly do, we have to trust NASA. They say, well, if you get high enough, then all of a sudden there's no atmosphere, there's no water vapor, there's no oxygen to breathe, and you're just floating.
Right.
Because the Earth is and the Sun are traveling at such a speed, which they tell us is, probably down, but we're always constantly falling.
So then what's holding us down right now?
Your weight.
Weight?
Your weight is heavier than the air around you.
This flat disc, what is it doing?
Well, it's not a disc. In my opinion, it goes on infinitely forever in all directions and downwards. So there's no disc floating in outer space. So don't replace the globe Earth with all of the circular sphere planets next to a disc.
Okay.
That's PSYOP.
But if it
That's
goes
CIA
infinitely on
agent
forever,
stuff.
then,
What's that?
like, if it goes infinitely on forever,
Mm-hmm.
we literally have this, we know that's what we got.
Who's we?
Everybody.
Yeah, you don't know anything. You only get told this when you're in school, and this is all that you know. And no offense, right? But I mean, to travel from LAX to Sydney, Australia, to India, to here, to here, to here, doesn't mean you're on a globe. But you can still circumnavigate a flat plane.
Okay, so then what about if you just go this way?
Can you do that?
Like, what's over there? I don't have a
Let's
boat.
just be
I don't have a
reasonable.
boat.
Right, I don't either. So there's no concerts out here. There's nothing out here that you need to go to. So we're just here. But to even say that you can go out here, you can take the words of a military guy named Admiral Byrd, Richard Byrd, who allegedly did this in the mid-50s. He came back and testified that there's land and resources greater than what we have here in America. And when he came back, they were going to set things up, and he mysteriously passes away, and his son passes away. They're going to try to explore this region, and then they immediately come up with the Antarctic Treaty, which is the 60th parallel, which you cannot go as a civilian. You need scientific pass because Antarctica is now, a national resort. You can't go there and just have a campfire anywhere. It's not like Yellowstone. It's like you can only go to specific places when you spend your $30,000 as a civilian to go to Antarctica. So it's the Antarctic Treaty. It's a very real thing. You can look it up. And then they started NASA shortly after that. And then they started propagandizing on people about space, Star Trek, comic books, and things like that. And then they tell us that the Earth is a ball in outer space. See, the propaganda started in 1927, showing people a globe Earth spinning in outer space. And then now, so it's all conditioning what they do to us as a civilization, and they use us as a co-creative consciousness to steer us in directions that, we're really kind of naive to believe these people, that they're able to go to the moon and things like that. But we can't do it again. Like we can't. No, can't. No. And even the new trip that they were planning in 2024 is being delayed until 2025. So they were planning on going back to the moon, civilians and things like that, but now they canceled that.
I haven't kept up with any of that.
Yeah, I try to keep up with a lot of stuff.
See, the way I live, it's like I don't care what other people are doing. I don't care what other people believe. I have my own goals that I want to achieve, and like I care about what's immediate, the people immediately with me, in front of me, my family. What we're doing. Are they happy? Are we succeeding? And like maybe we are all being fooled, but like I'm living my life happily.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I'm doing what I want to do. I didn't buy into the whole like go to college, get some stupid ass, job that you're being conditioned to do, and so that they condition you to do all through school, and then you go work for, you sit in a cubicle for 8 hours a day. I said that's fucking bullshit. That's not what I want to do. I sit in front of a fucking torch all day long and I fucking melt glass because that's what I want to do.
Yeah, right on.
Okay. Yep.
Right on.
So I'm not like.
Good. Very good.
I don't buy into like what anybody's saying to me.
Don't buy what I'm saying. No, just because I'm here to talk about this.
That's why I said, like, I'll hear you out and I'll respect your opinion and your ideas, but at the end of the day, like I said, like, nobody's going to convince me anything.
Well, you want to know what's going on, too.
Yeah.
So that's a fact, too. Because there's people that might care about you and what you do. Or they don't know,
Yeah, I care about people like yourself because you're inquisitive and I know you want to be a powerful man and have information and know things and make the right decisions and have an informed decision, right? So, I mean, you seem like you're on the right track with not the vaccine and everything. Just try to, it takes practice to gain up to courage in certain things. So I guess all I can encourage you with is just try to go into a store without a mask on and see how it goes.
The wedge.
Yeah, right. Go to some of these co-ops though, man, they're like, Nazi Germany.
Oh, for sure.
And what? You just say no.
Yeah.
You're fine.
I medical exemption works really well. I even use medical exemption on public transportation, like the train and the bus. And it's a federal law mandate, and whatever that means, but regardless of what that means, they have to follow exemption status. So if you have a religious or a medical exemption, they can't question you about it.
Yeah.
So it's a very interesting way to go about your business, considering that what we see from other countries, they have lockdowns, they have curfews, like in Australia right now. Hawaii is going over some issues about a vaxport that they're dealing with. Concerts and football stadiums, you got to get it.
Concerts, which makes absolutely no sense. No, like I said, you can still give it to other people.
That's right.
It only protects you. I mean, it protects you.
Yeah.
Are you from Minneapolis?
Not originally.
Okay.
I'm from Kansas.
Kansas.
I've been in Minnesota for a while.
Yeah. What do you like? What do you like it here?
Yeah. In the summer.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah.
You're from here?
Did you move up here for her? Type of thing?
No. We actually we lived in a small town about an hour north.
Okay.
And we went to the same high school, but we didn't hang out in high school.
Okay.
And we met here in Minneapolis.
Oh.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Nice. You gonna have a lot of babies and keep it going? No. Oh.
No. You already
Why
know.
not?
You know that?
There's too many babies already.
Well, we need more. That's what we're here to do, is procreate. I mean, that's what a virus does. That's what the elites are doing. The elites have a bloodline.
I'm here to melt things.
Yeah, teach your children.
That's good.
That's
you have a website?
I have Instagram.
What's your Instagram?
Yeah, Seize the Nar Glass.
Seize the Nor.
Like seize the day, but
Yep.
seize the nar.
Nar.
The NAR? N-A-R?
G-N-A-R. Yeah.
Okay.
Seize the Nard glass.
Yes.
Seize, all one word?
Yep.
Betcha.
What'd you come with the NAR? What's the NAR?
It's like a skateboarding thing, like shred the gnar.
Oh yeah, sure. Gnarly.
Yeah, gnarly. The gnar.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you know of a band with that name?
I know Guar.
Yeah, right.
There's
Guar.
a band with that.
I don't know any gnar bands.
Do you work in Northeast Minneapolis?
North, yeah. Like, have you heard of Stone Arch Glass Studio?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I work there.
Yes,
I work
yeah.
for them.
Mm-hmm.
Minnesota legit.
Good. I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Like the guy who owns that business owns like the Hideaway stores. He's got a bunch of businesses like Wally's restaurant or something like that.
Yeah, well, space may be the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement.
Just like the glass.
They'll tell you more truth in movies and songs than you get on the news.
It's not Pink Floyd, is it?
No, it's Red Hot
Chili
Chili
Peppers.
Peppers. Yeah.
Pink Floyd.
Because it's made in space isn't real. It's made in a Hollywood basement. It's the only way that they can make it real is through TV and education and teaching us lies.
Seen Moonwalkers?
The Moonwalkers?
Yeah. It's about the government faking the moon landing and how they were trying to hire Stanley Kubrick.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a really good movie.
Yeah.
It's
It
really
came
good.
out in the 60s or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, no, this movie came out like
in the
within
80s.
the last. I mean, maybe they did one back then, but the one I'm talking about came out in the last 5 years, I want to say.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Moonwalkers. Another good one is it's called Wagging the Moondoggy. Wagging the Moondoggy. It's very interesting. And then Capricorn 1 is a Hollywood movie that actually is about faking a space landing done by Stanley Kubrick.
He seems to be
I
at
think.
the center of a lot of this kind of.
Yeah. Well,
him and Werner von Braun.
Yeah, right. In The Shining, he gave up some clues about the moon landing.
Yeah.
His son was wearing that rocket ship or whatever, and then the room that they were in was the soundstage or something like that that allegedly took place. Things like that. So, yeah, I mean, you know, just think about all the times that you watch a movie and they have a globe in the movie, or they
In the
talk
Truman
about...
Show, they have.
Yeah.
A guy comes out in the Truman Show and he pops out of a hole in the ground, and then right behind him, the guy who's going after Truman to get him back into the.
His friend.
Behind him is a globe. He comes out of the ground and there's a globe behind him.
Yeah. I heard there's a lot of subliminal things in that movie.
Hunger Games.
Hunger Games. Yep.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
They knocked the dome firmament apart. So yeah, it's very interesting. The mockery continues. It's a never-ending cycle of propaganda and mockery over people that, you know, just want to, you know, live life, I guess.
For sure.
I have fun. I have free time. I like enjoying life. I look at movies more of a different perspective now, though.
Yeah.
To see what they're trying to say. They have a lot of zombie movies coming out right now, virus movies.
I wonder why.
Yeah, I know, right?
All right.
Yeah, thanks guys for stopping.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want a water or anything? You guys good?
Oh, I'm good. Thank
Okay,
you. Thank you.
All right.
Have a good walk.
Bye. See ya. Okay.
How's it going?
The earbuds.
The earbuds.
I just wear a mask and a whole like
I like that.
garb, so I don't have to talk to anybody.
Yeah, they didn't quite seem like a couple. I like that.
Yeah. He's got to really lead the woman.
He has to?
Yeah.
He does in this circle. He's
Maybe.
definitely in the arts at the top. You know?
Yeah.
Not just the look, but his way, his manner. And it was like how she approached it. It was.
Yeah. She came up before him.
But what do you know?
There they are. The bandits are back. What? No, I'm talking about you, not her.
She's sick. Is that what?
The bandits.
Did you hear me?
God.
Did he say? No good. Did he say 6 or 6?
I don't know. Probably 6. I don't know why he'd say she's sick.
Well, hopefully not. And
Well, then
that's
what are you
not
doing
the
outside?
cure.
Go home.
That's not the cure. Huh?
They need to go home. What are they doing out here if they're sick?
She's 6.
Are we 6?
6. She's
Most
6.
likely 6.
You're gonna get sick.
Like I was talking to her,
Yeah.
the kid. She's gonna know what I'm saying.
Oh, God.
Always, the guys got to be the victim. The guys with the mask, they got to be the victim.
Yeah, they are. And they don't have the science.
He's trying to hurt us.
Okay, so you're gonna wear
With his words.
Because I am gonna wear that black because I'm wearing that, so I'm gonna wear that.
Trying to hurt me.
It's scientism. Hi. How are you doing? Is there the checkpoint? What is that? No.
The dog taking the.
No. What?
He's talking to his boyfriend on his phone.
You got the big Illuminati eye on him back there.
Yeah, you've seen that before. With the pyramid with the eye, yeah.
Of course. Yes.
Yeah, they love wearing that and their Baphomet upside down shirts. Just to show their allegiance.
Oh no, oh my, oh my.
There they are, smiling, having a good time outside at Lake Makosska. Laughter's the best medicine.
No, I thought they were on the same. When they first came up, he believes in
He
flowers.
said, yeah,
And
this is.
said
He
yes,
said this is
too.
more accurate
And what
than that.
else? What else is there? So, and then he switched it, and then came out with that. I don't know. But you
He
know,
said this version is more accurate than that, but then he said, I don't think you can prove either.
Yeah.
So
And then he said, "Well, those are so look at how pretty."
he's just a guy who likes to be on the edge of everything.
I like some of it, but not. I've heard more than I don't know how many that have said the same state about the beliefs. Just what
Yeah.
the heck? It's millennial school system indoctrinate.
Yeah, it comes from like a abused parent relationship.
Yes, where they're
It's
just
like no matter
they
what,
just have given.
no matter what my parents said, even though it was right, I had to go against them. I had to rebel against them. So now, everyone that disagrees with me is my parent.
You guys believe it's flat?
We know it's flat.
That's great. It's great, yeah.
You know the earth is a ball? You know the earth is a ball? Alright, good job.
Hi guys. Earth is flat, okay?
But my teacher said.
That's good. That is good to see now.
Yeah, it's good.
Education system.
It's good when you catch them and they're already looking.
Yeah.
Because then
To say teacher too. To say.
I am the teacher. I am the teacher.
Yeah.
Not the high
All
school.
tied in. What
Not
are
the
they
high
getting
school
their
guy. Yeah, it's all de-educating.
An inversion.
Yeah. Everyone is at the fair today.
Yeah, a lot.
Everybody and their mamas
They probably have a record.
eating all those fried pickles. I mean, there's not a whole lot at the fair. When was the last time you went to the fair?
It's been a few years. Some years.
I mean, there's like some stuff to do there, but
There are some things. Just International Bazaar.
yeah.
Some of the food. Some shows. Some free shows. Used to be good.
People spend more on food at the fair than some people spend an entire month on food. And they're just like, oh, it was gone in 5 seconds.
Yeah.
It was gone in 5 seconds. We ate that up in 10 seconds. And it costed $15.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I'll never get it. I'd rather just make it myself at home.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a couple things.
What's the best Italian restaurant around here?
Around here? I used to go to Italian restaurants. There used to be one.
I love Italian food.
Starts with a G.
Giardino's?
No. Years ago. There used to be a couple. One from the store.
Hey guys, Earth is flat. Amazing.
Amazing. I do have a new Instagram, YouTube channel. It's Authentic and 10 Instagram videos. So I'm releasing all the Instagram videos on there. See how long that lasts for. Off with his head.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah.
Off with his head. Let's see here.
I need to know.
What are you finding? What are you looking for?
Used to be around. There was one at Calhoun Square, right in the corner. It was Italian. There was another one owned by two guys from Italy. That was good. They went out of business during.
There he is. Look at that smile.
They shut him down?
They went out of business.
Oh.
They
of course.
couldn't do it. They did it for so many years.
Tin cats and boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and cats.
Well, can't leave until you tell me, Gene.
I know.
Leave me hanging like that.
Those were the only two.
Chuck Foreman wouldn't get into a huddle with Kirk Cousins. This is from today. If Vikings legend Chuck Foreman was playing today, he said he would refuse to play with Kirk Cousins. It's nothing professional, it's personal. Foreman, who is vaccinated, won't get up close with Cousins, who is not. And it's not just Cousins. Foreman has an issue with all players, Vikings or otherwise, who have chosen not to get the jab for COVID. In my opinion, unvaccinated players are unreasonably selfish and unreasonable. Foreman told the St. Paul Pioneer Press in an interview, "It's my opinion, but I wouldn't get into the huddle with Cousins. The guy's not vaccinated, so I think it would be a problem for me personally."
Here's one.
I'm sticking with my prediction of a 6-11 season for the Vikings.
We used to go there a lot.
Helios.
Yeah.
The Vikings certainly have the talent to have a winning season. However, I think that what's going on with COVID's and found of guys in leadership roles not taking the vaccine. I don't know how you manage that. I think there will be some issues, especially if somebody gets infected and throws off a whole team. Then guys start missing paychecks. It's going to create some real problems in the locker room. Among those problems, Foreman told the newspaper, is that the teams can be forced to forfeit games due to an unvaccinated player spreading COVID. Did you know that Ndamukong Suh is fully vaccinated and he can't play right now because he got tested positive?
Who is?
Ndamukong Suh, some defensive lineman on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And 5 other players from other teams also are fully vaccinated, and they're tested positive, and they can't play right now. But it's all the unvaccinators' fault.
Right. Doesn't make sense.
I really don't know if a team can recover from a forfeit like this. If I've been vaccinated and if we've got guys that haven't been, and then we have to forfeit, I'm losing a big paycheck, and they are big paychecks right now. They aren't like when I played back in the 80s, I think is when he played. All these ads.
They're open. They're open again. They are open.
When I played, a game check was maybe $2,500.
It's like my favorite.
Now we're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars per game, and so that's going to be an effect on a team and the outcome of a season. I really believe that. Foreman said that he understands that many people object to being vaccinated and that some work environments it would be an issue, but not in the NFL. I mean, I certainly have no problem with them in their own personal decision, them. They're telling unvaccinators them. He said, I understand that's a big part of it, but this is a game that requires everybody to be on board. You can't have 3, 4, or 5 different guys going in a different direction. I just don't see how it can work, especially when there are guys unvaccinated in leadership roles. Well, maybe you should take a cup of tea from a guy who's not vaccinated. Maybe you should sit down and have a spell for a little bit. Maybe he knows something that you don't, Chuck. Maybe you weren't in the Freemason meetings that said, hey, don't take the vaccine because it's going to kill you. Were you not in that meeting, Chuck Foreman?
Maybe it was. He was just trying to.
Any professional athlete who's in their prime
He got the saline, maybe.
takes the vaccine is a complete idiot. 100% complete and utter moron.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not in the club, and if you got the jab, and they gave you wouldn't even know if they gave you saline. How are you going to know? Because it's going through it's actually doing the process.
You don't know.
It doesn't matter if it's saline or not. It's the thought and the intent of going and doing it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's the choice of doing it. So Chuck Foreman, where's the Super Bowl at? You didn't win a Super Bowl.
Used.
Ridiculous.
There's one more that I'm trying to.
Oh, I wouldn't be in the huddle with Kirk Cousins. You know what? Kirk Cousins wouldn't want you in the huddle. He doesn't want you on his team. Bye, Chuck Foreman. You can go get somebody else who's not vaccinated.
Vikings too. He's not on the good.
He's a clown. He's a clown. And for him to be black, for him to tell people to get the jab, how much money are you getting for that, Chuck Foreman? Huh? How much money are you getting to tell everybody to get the jab, and anybody who doesn't get it is being irrational? You're a clown. And you probably wear a mask like a clown. Vikings are going to win the Super Bowl. Let's go. And the women are going to win. The Lynx are going to win too. What are you going to do when Minnesota just wins all the championships?
Hi.
What are you gonna do about it?
One more restaurant this year.
Mm-hmm.
Let me show everybody on D-Live and Twitch the table.
Have you been to Andy's Diner?
Yeah, no, I won't go to that.
Why?
No. Did you see?
Made journal.
Andy's?
It's bad for your kids.
No, it's fine.
It's fine. Did he just get the booster shot? That's assuming that he would get the first 2 shots, right? There's Miles.
What's up?
Manning and then Flatters Matters. And then as people bike by, they also have this to look at on the light post. If you just wear a mask.
Just in case.
Of course not. Right? For the bikers, just a real quick.
Do you remember the Lincoln Dell? It was Jewish.
Oh. I was born.
Yes, that's right.
And then I was a child, and all these places closed down.
Very young.
When I was young.
Yes. Okay, let me find the other one.
I'm getting hungry.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
What are you gonna eat?
Either lunch or Mexican.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah?
I'm going to go to Cub. I need to get
Okay.
some sushi maybe,
Really?
and then some coffee.
Sushi at Cup?
Yeah.
Okay. The Uptown Bar, oh, that was... I don't know, I'll try to find it.
I'll always eat sushi. I mean, as long as it's not from the dollar store.
My daughter loves sushi.
It's always good.
Is it really?
I've never gotten sick from sushi.
Yeah.
Never gotten sick.
So I wished her a nice day.
I'm gonna go.
Yeah. All right. Have
Yeah.
a nice day.
Okay.
All right, Gene. Yeah.
Bye. Yep.
Because I don't
Yepers.
It's about
Yeah, about another 30 minutes here to go. Thanks a lot for stopping by, everybody.
that sunset's gonna be gorgeous.
Yep. I played the Eric Clapton song for D-Live, or for Instagram. So I'll play it for D-Live and Twitch, so you guys have the song. It's Eric Clapton's new song, This Has Gotta Stop, or something like that. Stop All This Madness. Sounds very much like Eric Clapton. And then we'll play this song and then go for another 30 minutes. You taking off?
Yep.
All right, man. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, always a pleasure. That song's pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean,
see how many other songs he's got on the docket here.
Maybe he'll come out with a new album.
Just all revolutionary.
All post vaccine damage.
Yeah, right.
A little bit of truth in there.
I'm gonna go backwards on the bike path.
You're going the wrong way. All right, man.
See you, man.
Enough is enough. I can't take this BS any longer. It's gone far enough. You wanna claim my soul? You'll have to come and break down this door. I knew that something was going on wrong when you started laying down the law. I can't move my hands, I break out in sweat. I wanna cry, can't take it anymore. This has gotta stop, enough is enough. I can't take this BS any longer. It's gone far enough. You wanna claim my soul? You'll have to come and break down this door. I've been around a long, long time, seen it all, and I'm used to being free. I know who I am, try to do what's right, so lock me up and throw away the key. But this has gotta stop, enough is enough. I can't take this BS any longer. It's gone far enough. You wanna claim my soul? You'll have to come and break down this door.
Love it.
Thinking of my kids, what's left for them, and then what's coming down the road. The light in the tunnel could be the southbound train. Lord, please help them with their load. This has gotta stop, enough is enough. I can't take this BS any longer. It's gone far enough. You wanna claim my soul? You'll have to come and break down this door. This has gotta stop, enough is enough. I can't take this BS any longer. It's gone far enough. You wanna claim my soul? You'll have to come and break down this door.
Make sure you share with all your friends for me. Because whether you agree with me or not, you're sharing it with somebody else, and that's my point of being here, sir. Don't put a mask on your child. Sneaky guy. Sharing it with his friends. That's right. Or get the vax. Keep that away from me. $1 million. They're really pushing the kids need to get vaccinated, or people need to wear a mask for children because they're saying that children are going to the hospital. More cases. Cases don't mean anything. The rise has come from a 48.4% of the population is yet to be vaccinated, according to data from the Changes Decisions Constantly. Health experts are particularly concerned about cases among children as students return to school, many without mask mandates and without access to vaccines. This is COVID cases among kids are surging. Experts say it may get worse. Of course, they say. Of course, the fear is prevalent. People love fear. That's the virus, is fear. I just got to be always afraid. Oh, I don't feel at home. If I'm not always, feeling like the victim, or somebody's not sending me a message or liking my posts, I don't feel like I'm wanted. or appreciated, because I need somebody else to make sure that I feel relevant. Here's some news article on the VikingAge.com. How's it going? Yeah. How long are you going to wear a mask for outside?
How long?
Yeah. Okay, till the government tells you not to. So you can't be a man and make your own decisions?
Oh, I can.
Okay. Right on. Go choice. Gotta just love choice. And seeing a Muslim man walking around with a medical mask on his face, like a woman. This is from 2 days ago, from some guy, Adam Patrick, at straight STR the number 8 _ cash _ homie, straight cash homie. How you guys doing? There he is. Look at him smiling. He just can't resist his smile. I bring it out of people when I'm here at the lake. Laughter and good vibes. It's widely known that the Minnesota Vikings quarterback Kirk Cousins has not received the COVID hoaxine. Hey, what do you think about Kirk Cousins not getting the vax? Let's go. He's so in shock he doesn't even know what to say. A typical guy, no answer. However, he is one of the multiple Vikings players that has not received their full dose of the COVID's vaccinations as the team gets ready for their first regular season in just a couple weeks. A few weeks prior, we wrote how multiple Minnesota Vikings players would rather, quote, quit the team than receive their COVID hoaxinations. These players might be presented with a scenario in the near future in which they will have to choose either to get the jab or you can't play this year. The NFL is reportedly trying to mandate the COVID-19 vaccine for players. If this happens, the Vikings could potentially see multiple big-name departures from their roster this year. Yeah, the whole NFL and the NBA and the NHL could lose all of their star players. Then you'll just have the replacements. That's what everybody wants, is just a bunch of retreads running around the football field. How are you going to gamble for that? Gambling has completely ruined the integrity of sports. In the chat room that I watch on streameast.live, everybody gets mad at the team or the player for screwing up because they have money on the game. Nobody actually likes sports anymore because it's just about money and gambling and throwing $100 on this or that line of plus or minus or over under. Hi there.
How's it going?
Good.
I think Jesus would definitely get a boost with that.
That's ridiculous.
He gave us brains.
Yeah. Yep. Critical thought. Right. Yep. And then when you do your research, you find out that wearing a mask is just ridiculous and it doesn't do anything. She just loves walking all over men, don't you? You love it, don't you? Just telling guys what to do. Yep. Typical American woman thinks she can tell guys what to do by mockery and ridicule. Avoiding the COVID-19 vaccine may not be an option for Minnesota Vikings players anymore. During a conference on Thursday, just a couple days ago, the NFL General Counsel Larry something said that the league has been trying to mandate the vaccine for players and that the NFL would, quote, love to see the mandate go into effect tomorrow or Friday, a couple of days ago, from Sunday, August 29, if they could, according to Tom Pelissero. If the league is, right, we're reloading the screen now.
rich, plus I'm super lit. Now she wanna make me all mine. That's a Drake with a coolie kid. I don't stop these niggas playing games.
What trash music. That's not even his real voice. That's auto-tunes. That's not even your real, genuine voice anymore. And people are okay with this. I'm rich. Yeah, good for you. You're rich by the world standards. Wow, that's a great place to be. It's not really. It's actually a terrifying place to be. It's actually quite terrifying. Sooner or later this will reload after this website reloaded on me. If the league is able to figure out a way to mandate the vaccine for players, it could have a awesome. It could have a tremendous impact on the amount of success Minnesota is able to have by 2021, especially since the Vikings team is the lowest in the NFL. If faced with the choice of getting vaccinated to play this season or quit, would Cousins take his more than $140 million career earnings and sit out all of 2021? Was that in his contract when he signed that he had to get the jab when he signed with the team? Would some of the other Minnesota players that aren't vaccinated also choose to not play during the upcoming season if a mandate is put in place by the league? Of course, a vaccine mandate by the NFL would also have to be agreed upon the Players Association of the NFL, and currently the NFL Players Association does not want there to be a vaccine mandate. But if things change during the next few weeks before the season starts, a vaccine mandate is actually put in place. The Vikings might be a team in the league that experiences the biggest impact. I highly doubt that. I'm sure that there are other premier teams that players are not going to get the jab, and it's going to be the replacements. Have some very interesting news regarding the CDC and how they're coming up with some term like for inclusivity of terms for sick people. But real quick, the European Union to remove the U.S. from its safe travel list. American travelers in Europe may soon face additional COVID-related restrictions such as quarantines and testing requirements. The EU has already begun the procedure to remove the United States and 5 other countries from its safe travel list, reports Reuters. This is Forbes. Travelers from countries on the safe list can visit EU countries without quarantining by showing them a recent negative test result. While travelers from other countries are discouraged from visiting for non-essential reasons. However, as the safe list is non-binding, American travelers would not automatically be barred from entry into EU countries. The last word would come from each individual EU country, which has the authority to impose its own restrictions. In other words, it's going to be a messy patchwork of different rules and regulations from continent to continent. The change to the so-called safe list could become official as soon as tomorrow, Monday, August 30th. Other countries that will receive this and are on the chopping block include Israel, Kosovo, Lebanon, Montenegro, and North Macedonia. Oh, I'm so scared. Then don't come here. Why are you're not allowed to come to our country then? How about that? Look at me now. Look at me now. Here's the new news that was over the week for school that started. They couldn't wait. Had to happen as soon as possible. Within the first 3 days of schools being reopened last week, an unvaccinated, unmasked teacher spreads COVID-19 to elementary school students. The Changes Decision constantly reports, and they're reporting that some affected children at the Marin County, California School District went on to infect other students, their siblings, and parents. This is Dateline yesterday, Saturday, August 26. An unvaccinated teacher who showed up at her elementary school classroom in Marin County, California, while experiencing symptoms such as a cough, subjected fever, and headache, ended up infecting half of her students with COVIDs, as well as some other family members, according to the Changes Decisions Constantly on Friday. Officials from Marin County Department of Public Health initiated an investigation into the classroom outbreak that happened on May 26, 3 days after the teacher reported testing positive for COVID. The teacher, who initially attributed symptoms to allergies, was one of only 2 staff members that had not been vaccinated in elementary school. Among the teacher's 24 students, 22 who were ineligible for vaccination because of the age were tested. 12 tested positive for the virus, according to the report, written by county health officials and experts at the University of California, Berkeley, and Santa Cruz campuses. Children under 12 are ineligible for vaccinations. They actually have like a, is this funny? They have like a, remember 9/11 with where people were sitting on the hijacked airplanes? They have the same layout here to give people a better visual of the propaganda, so then you believe it even more because you got a graphic on this news article. 4 parents of children at the school were then later found to be infected, according to a report. Of the infected parents, only 1 was unvaccinated. The vaccinated experienced symptoms including fever, chills, cough, headache, and a loss of smell. Wait a second. The parents who allegedly became sick were vaccinated and experienced symptoms including fever, chills, cough, headache, and loss of smell. Interesting. This never ends. Tampa Bay Buccaneers defensive linebacker Ndamukong Suh Oh yeah. I guess not. I didn't save the article that talks about having inclusiveness when it comes to sickness and whatnot, but I do have this article. They're trying to add inclusiveness with diagnosis. Let's see if there's anything to this. You can find more about this topic. I know that there's an article that talks about how to be inclusive about COVID sickness and other, like cancer, being sick with cancer and stuff. But here's this. And I guess it has language inside of it that has to do with being a non-vaxxer. So, changes decisions constantly. In inclusive language guide discourages saying alcoholic, smoker, uninsured, or elderly. The guide has multiple sections where suggestions are made to eliminate dehumanizing language. End quote. This is from Fox News. Eventually, it'll load. Changes decisions constantly. Published a guide to inclusive language, end quote, in order to promote healthy equality, inclusive communication. Language and communication products should reflect and speak to the needs of people in the audience of focus. The guide has multiple sections with suggestions for a more inclusive language, including a section dedicated to corrections and detentions that suggests replacing terms such as inmate, prisoner, convict, ex-convict, and criminal with terms such as people, persons. How's it going?
Good, man.
Yeah, right on.
What do you got going on here?
Yeah, well, just seeing if Jesus would wear a mask. What do you think?
If Jesus would wear a mask?
Mm-hmm.
Hell no.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so. Right on. What about getting vaccinated or promoting the vaccine?
No.
Probably not. Fair enough.
I think that's what Satan would do.
Yeah, right. He seems to be the ruler of this earth. Last time I checked.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
What is your purpose here?
Oh, just, challenge and inform. Get all the people to, call me names and get it out of their system. So then when they hear about challenging conversations again, maybe they won't be so, triggered.
Yeah.
So it's good to just get it out of their system the first time that they bike by or walk by, and, maybe a month later they'll be open to finding out why I think or somebody would think wearing a mask is poison and getting vaccinated causes death.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
Dude, did you hear of the St. Paul rally that they had going on?
Yeah, I was there yesterday.
Were you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was out there too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was a good message there.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
So
I was there for the first hour before noon, and then I was there till about 1:30.
Cool.
And I streamed it on my Instagram.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, people need to be more aware.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool that you're doing this.
Yeah.
So you look like you've done a lot of research.
Yeah, I really invested a lot of time with Flat Earth and...
Yeah, what does that have to do with this? With
well,
the vaccine and
it's kind of a barometer, really.
What's that?
It's kind of a barometer for a lot of people, because a lot of people think that they're woke when they don't wear a mask or they're not going to get the vaccine, and they've always been awake to what vaccines have and don't have, right? But then when you talk about okay, so do you believe that COVID or wearing a mask or not wearing a mask is happening on a globe or a flat Earth? So it's just really coming back to the foundations of, okay, well, you believe that this is happening, like they're going to play football tonight for preseason. We're going to watch Logan Paul fight or Jake Paul fight some guy later tonight in 2 hours. Is that happening on a globe or a flat Earth, right?
Like where on the Earth is it happening?
Yeah, is it flat or is it a globe? So these things come back, because then they kind of start our narrative for what we believe in for the rest of our life. So if we think that the Earth is a globe and outer space is real and everything, then one person's ideals about how to treat somebody or humanity might change, because it's just all is relative and there's no real objective truth. It's all subjective. So, if I like, doing bad things to other people, well, I don't see any repercussions from it. I haven't gotten in trouble. Right? But other people have a problem with you stealing their stuff or, treating them like crap.
Saying we're all interconnected.
We are totally interconnected. Yeah, definitely. And we all are interconnected about where we come from.
Yeah.
And if one group of people, like the establishment, know the truth about where we live, like it's flat and non-rotating, and they teach that it's a ball spinning and moving through space, then obviously flat Earth matters because they're teaching you the opposite in school.
Interesting.
But then then there's this idea that people running around the lake here, celebrities are getting the same vaccine as me. You know, so like things don't add up. Like there has to be age separation between classes. TV people and normies walking around the lake.
You're saying that they're getting different ones?
Yeah, or they're not getting them at all.
Getting it at all. They're just promoting it.
Yeah, saline solution. You know, I mean, it's not like there haven't been news articles and real credible news sites that show that somebody accidentally gave saline to 1,500 people. Okay, so if that's happening there and it's being reported, imagine what's happening on a grander scale that's not being reported.
It's not being said, yeah.
You know, so this place kind of works on like what's not being said. You try to take what you can, both esoteric and exoterically. But, you know, you really have to kind of be on guard because these people are crafty. And they use propaganda and pressure from your family and friends to keep you conformed.
Yeah.
You know, and not wearing a mask and not getting vaccinated. I get a lot of people that are on board with me like that, but then it's like, okay, are you really a researcher? Because when you research flat Earth and globe Earth, there's no other direction to go. Like, and it sounds very prideful, but...
It's all just based on theory,
yeah,
essentially.
The globe Earth is based on what other people taught me, and I can't verify it myself, but I'll believe in astronauts and this or that. And so, you know, a lot of what happens here on Earth, particularly in America, people trust authority.
Yep.
You know, a white lab coat, a police officer,
exactly.
You know, somebody on TV with a suit.
Dude, I was just listening to a guy that I've recently partnered with in business, but he talks about that, how, you know, we're just kind of unaware of what's actually real. Right?
Yeah.
We're unaware of the whole world as a globe, right?
Yeah.
We don't even know, and the last couple of years have been really revealing about how much we don't actually know. But then people just decide to fuck off and just not care about it, and then we're in a whole new system again, and we're fucked because nobody takes responsibility for anything, right?
Right.
They just conform to what's going on, and then all of a sudden now we're having our kids in school with fucking masks on. Like,
ridiculous.
What the fuck is going on? Dude, what's your name?
Joshua.